I'm just in the morning. Obviously, if you're watching elsewhere, then it might be afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to Latte's Inferno. Oh, this is what I've been doing. I've been do-timing you on all the other socials. Welcome to Latte with Lynda. And I wanted to just come on and just share some things. What am I going to start with? Oh, here's my kimchi. So no breakfast yet. So this is what I've been munching on. And it's very, very nice. It's been fermenting. And it's really tasty. Doesn't look like the way it's made in Korea. But I'll get there. But it tastes great. And so that was the first thing. Just make it up and it'll be fine. The other thing is, everybody in my house has a space. Mushrooms, they are out in the open getting the sunlight so they can soak up the vitamin D. And the reason I've got the mushrooms is because one of my friends from Mind Valley, from coaching, Alex, is a vegan and he's always cooking and showing his recipes. And I wanted to share some really easy hacks with him so that he can just do it all from scratch. So rather than having to look out for vegan sauces and things, these are a few things that I do that are I'm not vegan, by the way, as you know. I'm meat and 2 vegger, yes, and or maybe more veg. So it's easy recipes or easy things that you can do to enhance the flavour of your food without any additives or any ultra processed nonsense. So this is all really good stuff. So I wanted to show him my little mushroom puree, which you can add to tin tomatoes, or in the States you'll say canned tomatoes. Put it all together, blended, and that's going to enhance the flavour of the sauce, along with a few other things which I'll talk about when I record the video for him. Right, so yeah, so if you've got mushrooms, put them out in the sunlight and allow them to soak up vitamin D because they love it, and then they're really delicious. So the next thing I wanted to share is this. Emma, if you're watching, thank you, it's arrived. We've got a little collaboration going. I don't think I can say any more than that, but I'm just going to say this has arrived, and it's, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Beautiful little envelope with thank you on it in gold, because I am gold, I'm great, what was it, yoga teacher, you are great, you are something, you are gold. Can't remember now. Anyway, so yes, that's me. And the other thing is, final thing, because it's a great day today. I've already done a lot of stuff. 7-minute workout. In fact, why don't I tell you? The 7-minute workout today was number 70. 70 workouts in minutes, 7 minutes, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 7 minutes of motivational language towards yourself and positive, affirmative language and statements. That adds up to 490 minutes. 490 minutes is 8 hours and 10 minutes. Now, if I were to come up to you and say, right, we're going to do 8 hours and 10 minutes workout, you'd think I'd lost the plot. But if I said, we're going to break it down and we're going to do it daily and we're only going to use 7 minutes or tape spent 7 minutes, or better still, even better language, we are investing 7 minutes of our time in this, then you might give it a go. And a friend of mine did, and she said, oh, because she's been trying to find the time all this time, and then when she realised how quick it was over before it had started. So this is for you. If you're one of those people that says, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have the fitness, I don't have the flexibility, I don't have the strength, I don't have, and you just fill your statements with what you don't have, and you manifest lack, this is absolutely for you, because what's going to happen is you're going to switch it around. You will start to see the glass half full. You will start to use positive statements. Your inner dialogue will change. So So this is absolutely for you. And you will then start to come from a place of abundance, which is where we all began. We began abundantly. We were enough. We are enough. You are enough. And so it's a real mindset shift. And then what it does is it raises your energy vibrations. So not only that kind of physical energy of being able to do stuff, but also the kind of spiritual energy of being able to come from a place of love and above and manifest whatever it is that you desire, which is brilliant. And now I'm very excited to announce, but I have this other thing that I'm practicing. It's called the gentle art of doing nothing. And it is this is life-changing, and I think this has come from those 7 minutes of just energizing myself, and it comes from two spaces actually. My coach Claire, business coach, has always talked about this. She's never used this term, and in fact she was very intrigued when I mentioned it, and she said, "Oh," so she's invited me to talk in her membership group about this. So I'll have plenty to say, that's for sure. So the gentle art of doing nothing is literally doing nothing, and you will be surprised what comes from that. You create space, you create clarity, and again, if you're wanting to manifest, this is the thing for you. So I said it came from two spaces. It came from Claire, and then now with my new coach. Claire is still my coach, business strategist and all of that. With my new coach Laura and Jackie and the whole community there, Eden in particular, it's very much about deep rest, relaxation. And so you take your action, but then rather than doing, you've got to allow the space for things to integrate and come. So it's absolutely brilliant. So out of this gentle art of doing nothing, you may remember that some time ago I came up with, I had this thing, Inferno 777, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was going to be. But now I have absolute clarity about what it is. It's 7 exercises, 7 minutes, and 7 exercises. It's not 7 exercises, it's 7 minutes. It's 7 affirmations, and there are 7 principles to this. And the other thing, there are 7s everywhere, because we're going to start setting ourselves up physically, so mind, body, spirit and soul, in 7 minutes. Then we're going to do our 7 minutes of exercises. Then we're going to soak it up, and we're going to put ourselves in a state of the highest vibrations, lower our cortisol levels back down, so in those 7 minutes, so it's all brilliant, it's all fantastic, and it's all a work in progress. So if you are interested, in fact you are interested, I know you are, sign up. I've actually created, I may well put it in the comments here. In fact, no, if you go to my bio, everything is there. If you want to find out more, maybe you think, this looks quite interesting, you can book a call. I've got a Get Fit and Transform call, and that may be the call for you to really establish your fitness and what you want to do there. And remember, this is an inside-out job, so it starts on the inside and tailors out to the outside. There is also very, very amazing, I pat myself on the back furiously, 7 minutes of affirmations every day, and before you know it, these words are tripping out of your mouth and you are saying the most wonderful things about yourself. So brilliant. So 7 minutes of workout affirmations. My mirror work affirmations are still there, so you can grab those if you want, but I've also created 7 minutes of workout affirmations. So if you're thinking, what on earth am I going to say to myself, I've got 7 for you. 7 minutes, 7 affirmations. Just say them again and again and again. There is a school of thought, and you hear them. I call them the negative Nancy's or the negative Normans, and they say, "Oh God, fake it till you make it." Very low vibration, negative. However, I come from a different point of view, because I have been saying this and I speak it into existence. So make sure what you say is positive. So I am powerful belief. I can do anything I put my mind to. All of these things. say it, say it, say it, and you will become it. So you're not faking it. In fact, you're not faking it anyway, because you're telling yourself something that is already true, and it started out as the truth, but somewhere along the line, you've tried to find evidence to negate it. So now we get to actually uncover that truth and our true authentic selves and our marvellousness. So what else was I going to say? Yes, so affirmations are in the bio. All there. So go to my link tree. It's all there. Free call, and this is all free. Free calls. Free affirmations. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can watch the recorded workouts. If you want to work out live with me, then I'll put it in here, the schedule, so that you know where to find me. Again, the link is in the bio for the actual workouts. In fact, I'll put a schedule up as well so you can see. Oh, a lot going on. And it's gone midday. I've not had my breakfast yet, so this is going to have to be brunch. So I'm trying to find the order of things. Right, on that note, let me pick a card. So these are the African Goddess Rising cards by Abiola Abrams. And I don't know where the letting go cards are. I've let go so much that they've let go of me. So we have, interesting, got number 29, which is Allah, grief. So go to my little book. And once again, I actually know where my glasses are. They're on the stairs. I know, it's a really sensible place to put your glasses. The reading glasses. Right, Allah. So I'm going to outstretch my arms. A bit of exercise here. Work those arms. Goddess of grief, Igbo, Nigeria, temple lovers, element bush. Ancient Earth Mother Allah is the foremost Igbo, I can't actually read that word, Alusi, deity. Goddess Allah oversees motherhood, fertility, and the afterlife. After death, humans return to the womb of Allah, replanted in the soul to reincarnate. Allah's guidance: give spirit your grief. Bawl it out, wail it out, cry it out, sob, shriek, shed tears, surrender it. So this is all about letting go. So we don't need the letting go book, because the message is here quite clearly. Whatever you are feeling, feel it and let it pass through you. Let it out. Embodiment. You're holding unprocessed grief. You want to skip over it and get back to normal. But grief doesn't go away because you ignore it. The only way to healing is to walk through it. So allow yourself to go through it, process it, feel it. Losing a loved one is the ultimate heartbreak. But you also experience grief after breakups, job loss, and disappointments. Self-love and self-care are required. Ask for support. Be gentle with yourself. And the Goddess Declaration is: I am supported by my loved ones, those who are seen and those who are unseen. And that is so lovely, because I'm going to write something, and I started to write it. I started to do a little bit of research. I just want to check with my mum on the dates. But we do carry things that kind of preceded our actual birth. So I just did a little bit of research. And so we are created from an egg that was in our grandmother's womb. So anything that grandmother or granny or nana or whoever you want to call her experienced, you will have traces of that in your DNA, because from your grandmother to your mother to you. And so I wanted to write something about that. And my grandmother was Emily Victoria. So yes, I'm going to write something about that. Off on a tangent, but not quite. So there you go. So this thing about grief is really, really interesting, because for me that has triggered something that happened this week. If you were on my call a couple of days ago, it was really good actually. I like to say, and I'm not even going to say I hate to say so, I love to say so myself, that it was a very good call. And I was joined by Brittany. Good morning. Nurture Yourself in Oxford. And I was joined by Brittany, and we were having a little conversation about letting go. And also about those spaces where you don't feel safe. And it's not that you're threatened in any kind of physical way necessarily, but it's that kind of when you're shut down and you get that message that your voice isn't worth it, you're not worthy, or you pick that up. And I had an instance earlier this week where I was told to shush. Now, that is not my personality, and that did trigger me. However, what I learned from that was that that's not a space for me. And I have the luxury, the abundance to be able to choose the spaces where I am. So I don't need to be in that space. And it's really interesting because I love yoga retreats, and there are so many of them. However, there have been instances with a couple of people who run yoga retreats who previously would have spent a lot of money to go on these retreats. But now I realise, actually, I wouldn't want to spend any time. I wouldn't want to spend my precious time in your space if you feel the need to kind of tell me to shut up, or send that message out, or send something out that I'm reading that I need to be silenced in your space. So this is really good news, because it's saved me thousands and thousands of pounds, because these retreats that I was thinking of going on are not cheap. They are thousands. In fact, one of them was 10,000. And I considered it, but actually now I realise I don't want to even be in the space with that person, and I get to choose a different space to be in with that money when I've manifested it. So there you go. Choose your spaces wisely, and start to note how people are behaving around you, and just ask yourself, how is that making me feel? Where am I feeling in my body? And so that affirmation that I got from one of my sessions with the coach, so she was talking about where are you feeling it in your body, and then just tap there and tell yourself, I am safe to feel safe. I am safe to feel safe. You just keep saying that until you can lower your any kind of anxiety, and start to feel safe in your body and come back into your body. So really important. So I really like this one from Allah, Goddess of Grief. And it's really remembering that grief is wider than simply the loss of a loved one. And I say simply, I don't mean simply the loss of a loved one, but it is more than the loss of a loved one. We can experience grief in so many places and spaces, and for so many reasons. So whatever it is you've lost, it could be. So for example, for me, it's often when you've really admired somebody and been inspired by them or looked up to them, and then you see what I would say is their true nature, and there's a disappointment there. And in that card she talks about that disappointment, that sense of disappointment from that's grief, and that's really interesting. So it's really important to note that grief is wider, and whatever you're feeling could be that sense of grief, that sense of disappointment. Important to feel it, let it work through you, so you really feel it to the maximum, and remember that these emotions are actually very, very brief, and what we're hanging on to is the story attached to them. So feel it, let it go, change the story. Soul Tribe, that is it for today, or for now. You know me, I hop on when something takes me, the spirit takes me, the spirit, mind, body, soul, energy, whatever that is. Off to finish the washing and cooking, and I might record some reels actually. Soul Tribe, thank you so much. You're amazing. Remember all of the things I'm doing. Let's list a few. In fact, let me tell you who I am. So I wanted to do that at the start to get into that swing. I'm Lynda, and I typically work with black women in leadership who are frustrated and exhausted, doing all of the work without the recognition or the quality of life. In fact, they often feel they're in the room to solve a problem that's insurmountable, and the work they're doing is depleting them rather than enriching them. I'm here to help them to overcome people-pleasing so that they can stand in their power, own their true voice, go for what they want, and be empowered to get it. So they're going to be empowered from top to toe, inside out. If you'd like to find out more about what I do, check the link in my bio, book a call, let's have a chat. And that link in my bio is full of so many goodies. So you've got access to lots of free resources. I've got a couple of free call options. You might want to sign up to my mailing list, join my Facebook page, follow my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So there's a whole load of things and lots of different ways that we can connect and collaborate, work together. I suggest join me for those live workouts, 7 a.m. weekends, 6 a.m. Monday to Friday, Tuesdays 5:30 a.m. Or there's always the option to watch the recording. But do it, because little by little becomes a lot. Soul Tribe, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a wonderful day. Sending lots of love. Bye.